All right, guys. What's going on? Today is Thursday, and we are going to have our usual date. And I believe today's topic is really unique. You don't really get to see anything even close to that. So get yourself comfortable and tune in to the today's topic about the US election. And I know that we discussed that, but you guys never seen people actually how people vote in the US and what needs to be done and how does a bulletin look like, right? So I'm gonna show it to you today, and so you could have an idea. And of course, I'm going to discuss who I'm going to be voting for. We're going to see what's on this bulletin, which you probably never seen in your life, and some Americans didn't even see. You'll have that opportunity to get that done, and also we'll get back to the topic of what's going to happen after the election, what needs to be expected, what you need to look at, and of course the changes that we expect to happen during and after this election. So stay tuned. Let's first discuss what kind of approvals we got for the past week, and we'll start with the EB1A for our Ukrainian client. Her name is Yevgenia. She's a talented. Let's call her a lawyer. Let's call her a lawyer because in Eastern Europe, things with lawyers and notaries, they kind of messed up, in my opinion. So she's a kind of a lawyer and slash notary, and we got her case approved for 3 months, even less. The reason for that was that her elder son was pushing 21 years old, so we had to file and get it approved. All right, so let's see what else going on. The EB1A for a talented basketball coach. You guys don't hear that too often. We have a lot of IT people, business people, STEM, and these kind of things. We do get sport cases from time to time, and this one is a talented coach, which was really good. I really like that case. There were 6 criteria. The client was in the US, so it was kind of all-in case. Got him approved, which makes me really happy. All right, let me see what else. And the last one, EB1A for a product manager from Russia. His uniqueness was in a AI application to his sales techniques and product management techniques. Pretty good case. There was no problem. 6 criteria. The standard case got him approved. So 3 approvals for this past week. Not too much to my taste. I like to have anywhere between 6 to 8, just to stick to the schedule. A lot of cases get a little longer to get approved for the past month, right? So usually we get anywhere between 6 to 8 days to get EB1 case approved, but now they're getting a little more, like up to 3 weeks, okay? And you guys remember the change that happened about 6 months ago, where USCIS just for no reason said that, hey, now we don't really look at 15 days premium processing as 2 weeks. We look at them as a work days, so which actually makes it like 3 weeks. And you guys know that if you follow me really closely, that they don't really change the law. They change the way they interpret the law. Okay, so that's another example. So let me guys show you the not visa. Oh my God, the voting bulletin. You see, I got it in mail. You guys know that the there's an option in the US to vote by mail, and there's a lot of fraud going on, but not because of existence of this option, but rather of abuse of this option by some states, right? So I got mine from Broward County. That's where I live. That's how it looks, you know, like very official, a big envelope. And you see, it's still not unpacked. So you guys gonna be witnessing me unpacking this. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you what's inside. Of course, we know that Kamala and Donald Trump is gonna be on the ballot. You know that I'm gonna be voting Trump, of course. I can't stand Kamala. She's not fit to be president. So and her policies, I don't like them. So basically, not only I'm voting for Trump because I like him as a person, I like him, I like his policies, I like his approach, but I also am gonna be voting against Kamala, right? So that's how I'm gonna approach this. I'm not gonna show you how exactly I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna tell you, but tomorrow on my Russian YouTube channel, if you guys wanna come, I'm gonna be like actually putting the check the box for this. So that's the same envelope. These are the scissors. So let me guys cut it open. And let's see what's inside. That's not the first time I've done it for years. I only went once to the actual place of voting. Other times I would just do same thing, vote by mail, because it's very convenient. So let's see what's inside. We have an envelope where I'm going to be putting the ballot in, right? The bulletin. So just standard envelope, nothing special. All right, let's see what's in here. There's another piece of paper. It explains how to properly fill out the bulletin. It gives the addresses where you could go to vote in person, with the locations and addresses and the timing. So you can also go early voting in person, right? You don't have to early vote by actually sending the bulletin, but that's what we're going to be doing. So we have two bulletins in the mail, right? So let's see what's in it. So the first one is the president and vice president, and that's the first column right here. Hope you guys see it, right? That's what's going on. Let me show it closer to you. President and vice president, and of course Trump. I'm going to be putting my check the box here, and you guys see there's a bunch of other people. Just Lord knows who those people are. Let's read the names. Chase Oliver, Claudia De La Cruz, Randall Terry, Peter Sonsky, and Jill Stein. Nobody knows who those people are. Never heard those names. So definitely the actual fight is going to be between Donald and Kamala. And I guess all those, you guys know that Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, he supported Trump, and in some states his support was like up to 15%, which is a lot. Guys. So this is going to strengthen Trump's position really well. And you know, guys, another reason why I'm going to vote Trump is because he's going to hire Elon Musk to be to create a new agency, which is Department of Government Efficiency. The short for it is DOGE. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait that to happen. So, and also the Robert Kennedy is going to be in I believe in the health, like something related to health, right? Like his slogan is, let's make America healthy again, right? So you see that Kennedy is not on the ballot, and Kennedy had to sue some states for his name to be removed from the ballot because they refused. Why he wanted to do that? So people don't vote for him by mistake. All right, he wants all his voters to vote for Trump. So definitely that's what's going to be happening. Can't wait. And Musk said that he wants to reduce. I believe that there are 200 agencies, federal agencies. He wants to reduce them to 99. I'm surprised he didn't want to reduce it to 69. That would be amazing. And you know, guys, he loves this number. I hope you know the implication of this number. If you don't, Google it. Google it. I'm not going to explain. So let's see what else going on with the ballot, with the bulletin. So the second position is the United States Senator, and we have Rick Scott for Republicans and Debbie McCarcel Powell for Democrats, and a bunch of other independent people. I don't like Rick Scott. I don't like him as a politician. I think he's pretty corrupt. But again, I'm gonna vote for him just because I don't want the Democrats to have the majority in the Senate. I want Donald Trump to be able to push his policies, and for that he needs the support of the Congress in the House of Representatives and the Senate. So I'm kind of forced to vote Rick Scott, even though if there was another Republican, I would probably go for it. Same thing for the representatives, for the House of Representatives. There's 3 districts. Like we are the place I live. It covers 3 districts for the House of Representatives. So same concept. I don't know these people. Chris Eddy for Republicans, Debbie Wasserman Schultz for Democrat. Same for the District 35, Vincent Parlatore and Barbara Sharif. So I'm voting all Republicans just for the same reason, basically. Okay, so 3 places in the Houses of Representatives, 1 place in the Senate, and let's see what else in here. So the sheriff for the Broward County. I'm probably gonna skip this one or maybe I'll do my research and see if I like anything about those people. I see that one of them is Democrat and one is independent. So of course I'm leaning independent in this case because for the same reason. All right, Supreme Court Justice, and I believe it's for Florida. And there's a bunch of judges to be elected and re-elected, and I think the rest of the ballot, the bulletin, is for amendments, Florida amendments. So I know the one that I'm gonna be voting for sure. Let me see, where is it? Oh, here. Constitutional Amendment number 3. You guys see it on this side. That's the only one I know that's on the bulletin. The rest I'm gonna study and see how I'm gonna vote for them. But I'm gonna vote for adult personal use of marijuana. Right. So basically, legalization of marijuana in the state of Florida. I believe this is a great thing for the state because just the sales taxes that are going to be added to the budget of Florida are about $200 million. So that money actually goes to the dark market, to the illegal market. We want to keep that money in the state of Florida. So if people want to buy and use it responsibly, why don't we tax that and get that money in the budget? Plus, it's going to create a lot of jobs. It's going to create an infrastructure. It's going to develop the agricultural sector. And again, the medical marijuana has been here for a while. So I think it's time to step up and join probably around 20 states in the United States that already legalized recreational marijuana. I think it's a good thing for the state. There's a bunch of crazy stuff here I see about right to fish and hunt. That's funny. I need to read more about this. Limit government interference with abortion. Okay, that one needs a little bit more research. So, and guys, for the important thing, instead of Florida, to change the Florida Constitution, we need, I believe 60%. It's not the majority like many other states. We need to get above 60 or even 70% of the Florida residents who vote to get that pushed. So it's really hard. It's really hard because 50%, like 50% on one vote is easy. Anything above is much harder to get to 60 or even 70%. So that's what's going on. Let's see, like abortion. Yes, I support the right of women for abortion, but I believe there must be limitation. Right? I think Roe versus Wade, which was cancelled by the United States Supreme Court, which was kind of regulating on a federal level that I believe up to the end of the first trimester, a woman could get an abortion, and then if there's a danger to the health or something's wrong with the baby, but not unlimited power of the state to do this, which now we have after this case was removed. All right, so let's see, annual adjustment of the value of certain homestead exemptions. So this is tax related. Repeal of public campaign financing requirements. I guess that's to prevent corruption. We'll see. Membership of Broward County Housing Council and a procedure for establishment membership. All right, that needs more analysis. Okay, so the most important thing, guys, I think on the first page, the president and the vice president, then the Senate seat for the Senate, and 3 seats for the House of Representatives. All right, so the election is going to be, I believe, on November 5th. Let me see. Yes, it always happens on the first Tuesday of November. That's how Americans vote. So I'm going to vote early, November 5th. I'm going to be out of the country, watching what's happening with interest. Who I think is going to win? I think that Trump is going to win, and the polls are in his favor across the nation. And I believe that, as always, the independent voters are going to be deciding this election, as many other before. Okay, I do not consider myself a Republican, although I'm leaning Republican. Definitely in this election, I'm one of those independent, which is about 5% of all people who vote. So I'm independent, leaning Republicans this election. Let's see what's going to happen next election cycle. I don't know what's going to be there. So I believe Trump is going to win. And this is going to be great for a couple of things. First of all, I think it's going to be great for the economy because he actually runs country as a business, right? Not like a government agency that only sucks the money from the system. That's number one. Number two, he's going to be great for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency industry in the States because he changed his stance on that and now he's pro Bitcoin. Number three, with Elon Musk to be call him a minister or the chief of the new agency of the government efficiency, we're gonna cut the spendings for the government, and I believe that government, the bad government that taxes a lot. Okay, you guys, if you guys know the Andrew Mellon, one of the biggest figures in the US financial system. If you like reading books about US history and US financial system history, read a book about him. It's called Andrew Mellon. Just Google it. I don't remember the author. He was behind actually building the banking and financial system of the US. And that's his quote. The government that taxes a lot is a bad government. And I agree with him. I agree with him because the government does not have to tax a lot to be efficient. Okay, they need to put the money into education, into economy, and things like that, and regulate less. Okay, and that's actually the difference between Democrats and Republicans. Democrats want to regulate all kind of things across the nation. The Republicans want to leave that right to the states. Okay, so that's the biggest conceptual difference. Democrats want more government. Republicans want less government. Okay, I want less government because I'm from Russia. I know what a lot of government means now to the civil rights, to economy, to the corruption. It's no good. It's not good, right? So we want less government, and that's another reason why why I'm voting Republicans this time and probably many times in the future, unless something significant change in the Democrat Party. Okay. All right. Also, I'm voting Trump because it's going to be great for the immigration laws. Why? Because Trump is pro-legal immigration. He's against the illegal immigration. And Democrats are vice versa, in my opinion. Okay? They're not going to remove like EB2NW or EB1A. They're not going to do this. But they're going to try to push all those illegals to get the green cards and citizenship. And that's their open policy. They want to pave the way for those millions of illegal immigrants who just crossed the border so they could become voters in the future and vote Democrats because that's who brought them in, right? And that's how, if you guys didn't know, California until 1980, probably even until 1990, was deep red state. Now it sounds like crazy, right? Like California, deep red. Oh my God! Like everybody knows, California is like 100% Democrats. They don't even campaign in California anymore. How deep blue it's right now, and do you know why that happened? Well, because back in 1980s, I can't remember who the president was, definitely a Democrat, but who legalized, who did the amnesty for a bunch of illegal immigrants in the country, and a lot of them lived in California because it's a lot of people just moved to California back then. So those people who got the citizenship through this amnesty, they started voting Democrats. Right? That's how California turned deep blue. Okay, so that's what Democrats want to happen in all other states. So basically, it's kind of election interference, but on a very long term, in the long term, right? So with a strategic look, like yes, they're not going to affect anything now, but in 10, 15, 20 years, that's going to bring a lot of effect. So that's how Democrats think. That's why they for illegal immigration, and that what affects the legal immigration. Okay, because all those people need to get a job, right? So if they want to get a job, then they basically undermine the employment-based visas. The only way to immigrate to the US without the family. All right, let's take a look. What questions you have? Dexpel, what's the best option for a physician who just completed her degree? Dexpel, are you asking that question to discuss it on your webinar? I'm not sure. So let me know. Tell me separately from this from this stream. Gabriela, how do you think what will happen with the U.S. immigration policy if Trump wins? So I can address this. I can address this issue. I believe legal immigration is gonna bloom. Okay, it's gonna bloom. It's gonna blossom. We're gonna get better approval rates from the USCIS because that's what we saw the last time Trump was a president, 2017, 2021, right? And I believe that Trump, as other Republicans and other people with the same mindset, they understand that we need those, what that number is. Let's round it up. 700,000 new employment-based immigrants in the US, right? So that's how many green cards the Congress allocated to employment-based categories. EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5. So he understands that all those 700,000 people who will be getting green cards each year in employment-based categories, they are the ones who are moving the US, who are contributing economically, culturally, and financially and technologically to the country, right? You just take the first two categories, EB1 and EB2, they get like what, 400,000 green cards, right? So imagine every year US get 400,000 highly educated, skilled, and talented people. That's a lot. That's a lot, right? At 500,000. And EB5 category, which is the investment. So bringing a lot of those money into the US to create those jobs. And of course, EB4 is a religious category. I have nothing against it. They're bringing the priest, padres, whoever those people are working in the religious sector, and bringing people hope and Jesus and whatever they do. And the classic categories, EB2, EB3, the employees that cannot be found in the US. This is a very important category as well. So that's going to be really good. The approval rates are going to go up. The ease of getting the approvals is going to be great. If Kamala wins and Democrats come, I think the immigration system is going to stagnate. And let me guys share one thing with you. I'm a member of AILA organization, and this is a great organization. I do like them. They provide a lot of help to attorneys, to young attorneys, to seasoned attorneys. They do a lot of conferences, they do a lot of seminars, they do updates, they provide materials. And this is just great organization. I do not like one thing about them. I don't like that they openly promote Democrats in their events, right? Like they can go like first thing in the conference or the opening and just saying, you guys need to vote for these people who are Democrats and those people, let's support Democrats, let's donate money. I think those organizations must be politically neutral, right? Like it even angers me a little bit when they start promoting those Democrats, and not even I may even agree with the policies of individual candidates, right, as to immigration laws, but I disagree that a non-for-profit organization should be wearing the colors of any party. Right? I think that's wrong. That's very wrong. But they keep doing this, all right? And I have no say, but I'm openly against that, and I tell the organizers when I speak to them that they shouldn't do this. But who am I to say that to them? All right, so guys, I'm kind of done with what I wanted to share with you. So let me know if you have questions. and I know there's a delay in the stream, so I'll give you like 10, 20 seconds to drop the questions in the comment section. And if you do have those questions, I'll definitely address them. All right, good. So guys, have a great end of the week. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Thursday. And this is a long weekend in the States. So who is in the States, enjoy it. Spend some time with your loved ones, with your families. And remember, your future begins here. Good luck.